So here's why your brand's got to be a saga, right? Because a brand that's forgettable, it just doesn't last. A brand that feels like it's just another option among them gets ignored. But a saga brand, okay, I know it's the name of this channel, but it's because it's an idea that I think is actually really important. I think a saga brand, it's the kind that people really get behind. It's the kind that can spark fanatic loyalty, endless conversations, and a growth that just won't die. Think of some of the greatest sagas in history, probably that we know of in this past century, right? Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, the Odyssey. They weren't just stories, right? They were worlds that people wanted to live in. They had heroes, trials, purpose, and a cause worth fighting for, and that's what makes them unforgettable. Hi, I'm Dominic, founder of an agency called Saga Brand. I wrote a book, and I'm just giving it all away for free because I'm hoping it is super helpful and it helps people basically learn everything that I have spent the last 10 years trying to figure out. So I'm giving it all away for free. Go ahead and win. And maybe someday some people will become successful. You'll come back and hire me, and then we can do more cool stuff together. So imagine your brand, okay? Imagine people lining up to be a part of it, not just as customers, but as believers. Imagine it's got a community, right, that grows itself, spreading the message without you having to lift a finger. Well, sort of. You got to wave at them. Imagine people asking how they can help and contribute and do more because they need to be a part of it, right? That's a Saga brand. I know I can say that because I've built a brand that does that. Started as a hobby, continues to be one of the best things that I love building, and people are doing exactly what I've just described. That's a saga brand. I want to share some of this with you. Every great story, every brand that people truly love. So it follows this path. It's got 4 steps, all right? One, the call to adventure. You are driven to mission, and you can't sleep at night, right? Neither can I, without doing something. Then two, there's a great journey. You and your audience are facing great obstacles and challenges, and you want to help them figure it out too. There's step number 3, there's a secret map, okay? And that's where you and maybe me, we have a unique solution or a special set of skills that no one else has, and it is the key to taking action. And then 4, the saga begins. When people say yes to you and they join you, it becomes a brand. So people don't just buy what you sell. We do that all that every day, all the time, right? You're reading this book or we're going through this video series, right? Because we want to buy into a story that people believe. We got to do something that means something. So maybe you agree with this. Life feels hard and long. And I think a lot of us can feel pointless and unwanted. A single ad, I mean, you've probably felt this. A single ad or a story or a movie from a brand can completely change your life. Something like that's probably happened to you and already changed yours. Weak brands only sell products. And that can be a good thing. Sometimes that's all it needs to be. But they die out all the time. They're not built to endure, they're not built to last. Powerful brands lead people. Your brand, if you want to be a Saga brand, it's got to be so compelling, obvious, and magnetic that customers feel silly for not aligning with it. Okay, here's the truth. Sagas need leaders. The great sagas aren't written about the comfortable, the cautious, or the cowardly. They're written about the courageous who stepped into the unknown, faced the storm, and who dared to change their world. Not just the world, their world. Okay, leadership isn't given, it's taken. The world doesn't need more weak, forgettable businesses. They're a dime a dozen. It does need bold leaders who do anything interesting, who serve with greater humanity, who see a need and decide to do something about it, to do an insane amount of good in the world in the time that we have. Okay, if this is sounding like you, this is me. This is me too. Our mission is our message to the world. So, how do you build a brand that no one can ignore? All right, so there's the 4 steps. Raise the flag, make your message instantly clear. It's a call to action, call to adventure for them too, right? So, if someone can't explain your brand in one sentence, it's not clear enough. People don't have time to figure it out. Your brand should be obvious from the moment that they see it. Money follows meaning. And sometimes we put money where we wish meaning was, or because we want to make life easier, because something else is more meaningful that's worth our time. All right, number 2, gather the right people. Go beyond just maybe paying customers. People do want to belong to something bigger than themselves. Again, we're not talking about just any run of the mill brand. There are all kinds of different brands. I'm specifically talking about Saga brands. Uh, People want to belong to something bigger than themselves. Give them a reason to be part of your story. It's a shared story and they'll stay. Number three, offer that treasure, right? We talked about the map. Make the offer so good it feels like stealing. I love this from Alex Hormozy. If people hesitate, right, you've given them not enough reasons. You haven't given them enough reasons to say yes. So, yes, you need more proof. You need more clarity. You need more results. Maybe you need to spend more time doing the thing that you say is so valuable so that if you don't have the proof, go get the experience, go make it, right? Make that offer then, once you've done that, so obvious that rejecting it feels like losing. Or as Alex Hormozy likes to say, make the offer so compelling people feel stupid not taking it, right? And then number four, keep the journey moving, right? Stay in front of your audience, not in behind. You stay in front, right? Like marketing isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing expedition. I like this line of thinking of discovery, of storytelling and engagement. So stay visible, stay relevant, stay in the conversation. Don't just be managing from the sidelines or from the back. Still find it's okay, I'm not saying it's easy, right? Find a way to be the guy out in front, still, ahead of the pack, blazing the trail, give the people somebody to follow. Okay, here are some of the lies that keep brands small and why they're wrong. Got about six of them. I just want to sell my product. It's like, okay, well then prepare to compete on price forever. People just don't just buy products. We're also looking for meaning. Sometimes we just sacrifice money on a product that's just not worth much so that we can put it towards things that do mean more. If your brand has no story, you'll always be stuck fighting for attention. There's no loyalty there. How can there be? There's nothing to be loyal to, right? Um, Objection number two, I'm not a storyteller. Every time that you explain what you do, you are telling a story. Now, the only question is whether it's a good one. Number three, I don't want to be the hero of this story. And good news, you're not, or at least you don't have to be. Your customer certainly is. They want to be the hero of their own lives in some small way. Your brand is the guide, the mentor, the map that helps them get where they want to go. I'm not going to say that there's no world in which you are the hero of your brand, because you definitely are. And we'll come back to that maybe in another video. But if you put yourself in the position of a servant, helping somebody else achieve their goals like a mentor, help them get where they want to go, make them the focus, well, then they'll follow because they can't see how you are able to give that kind of advice and that kind of help. All right, number five, I think here. This sounds like what you're talking about. It sounds like it's a lot of work. Well, look, frankly, uh, what's also a lot of work is losing customers to brands that do go and get this right. It's that's just the business. That's the work. There's hard work. It's not always complex. It can be simple, but it's almost always hard. It does take effort. Another objection, number five here, I think. My industry is too boring for what you're talking, this saga storytelling stuff. Well, I don't think there is such a thing as a boring industry. There can be a boring brand. If you think this doesn't apply to you, that may be exactly why you need it. I think we're often surprised by there are brands out there that you would think are absolutely mind-numbingly boring, and they find a way to make it absolutely compelling and interesting. Difference is they may not be trying to sell it to you. You may forever think that somebody drilling holes underground will forever be the most boring thing in the world. To the right audience, it's catnip, and maybe that's the answer. It could be you're going after the wrong people. All right, number five. What if I get, or six, what if I get it wrong? And here's the answer. You will. That's part of the process. I failed for 10 years. The only way to guarantee failure, like a promise, is to do nothing. Every great brand was once just an idea, and every great business just started with uncertainty. But the difference between the brands people follow and the brands they forget, one of them took action. So here's my Saga brand code. I'm calling it the rules of the relentless. Not exhaustive. They're very helpful for me. There's some of the things that go through my mind. Number one, plan for decades, not days, right? Short-term brands chase sales, long-term brands build loyalty, and that just does take time. Number two, clarity wins every time. Okay, it's a Donald Miller thing. Confusion is the enemy of action. Make your brand unmistakable by, keeping it simple. Number three, your customers are the heroes too. You're the guide. Equip them to succeed. but you are definitely the trailblazer out in front. Number 4, expand like an explorer. Dovetails here. If you don't grow, you get stuck. Reach new people, new ideas, new frontiers. Number 5, storytelling is your ultimate advantage. A product can be replaced, but a great story, well, it can not only last forever, but it can keep being told and retold and retold because, wow, this is a really cool story, right? Perfect for coffee hour, wine o'clock, right? Number 6, build a tribe, not just a customer list. Customer buys once, a community stays for the journey. Number 7, test, learn, adjust, always. Best brands are always refining their approach, sometimes having to make changes and to pivot to adapt to new situations, new information. It doesn't mean that you can't hold the line. It means that sometimes you know when to change tack or move depending on what's happening to you. How many brands try to hold the line and then get ground down by life and then they just die because they weren't flexible? Number 8, go all in or step aside. Half measures do build half brands. I've absolutely done this, half-heartedly tried stuff. It didn't work. I wasn't all in. Commitment is what creates the clarity to keep going. And number 9, raise the flag every day. Show up, speak clearly, keep leading the way. Just keep doing it. All right, so final choice for this video, watch or build, okay? First, if anything in this video has been helpful, drop a like, say hi in the comments. I want to know what you think. I think there are hundreds of self-starters like you and me out there who might really like a video like this, so help me reach them. Imagine that you are standing in the future looking back. You have 2 choices. One, you built a brand that people cared about, one that stood out, maybe one that mattered. There's the other option where you play it safe. You're exactly where you are now, and then nothing has changed. I think adventures happen every day, with or without you. If you want to build something that outlasts you, you have to think in sagas, right? Not just sound bites. No great adventure is written about the person who sat at home, basically waiting for things to happen. If the brand is like the North Star, okay, of your business, get it right, and everything else, the marketing, the messaging, the meaning, it all falls into place. I don't know about you. I want to go out knowing that I went nuts and I did absolutely everything I could to live the biggest and the best life that I could, given all the constraints that I have and the lack of freedom that I have and whatever it is. I want to know that I did absolutely everything I could. And it was hard. And maybe I failed every single day and I found 999 ways to do something wrong so that I could find the one way to do it right. There's this awesome song that's out right now called Backup Plan. And I love the line. The best or the only backup plan is to get back up again. Fall 10 times, get up 11. Just keep failing forward. Now, you know what makes this easier? Doing it with a friend. Find somebody who you can partnership with or maybe join a community of other people doing the same sort of things. The only question now is, are you stepping up or are you standing still? I'll see you in the next video.